And news coming in, the government has accepted the expert panel's recommendation on vaccine. When should you get the second jab if you've been impacted or affected by the COVID-19? The government says 3-month waiting period for those who've recovered from COVID. If infected with COVID, after you've got the first dose, for the second dose, you will now have to wait 90 days or 3 months. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Milan Sharma for more on this. So Milan, finally there is clarity. There was a lot of confusion with some arguing that the wait could be perhaps even 6 months, but now government setting the 90-day limit for the second jab.
Well, that's right, Gaurav. This was a very important recommendation that has come from the NTAGI. It was given to the government and NEGVAC has put its stamp on it now. So you have to wait for 3 months post-recovery from COVID-19 to take your first vaccine shot. And that is the recommendation that the government has approved. Second and very important recommendation is also that pregnant and lactating women should also be vaccinated. The government recommends that pregnant women will now also need to be vaccinated in the country. More information coming in on this. There have been questions on when should one take the first dose and the second dose, after recovery also. So the government has said that if you are infected with COVID after you have taken the first shot of the vaccine, then the second dose should be taken 3 months after. So there's a deferment of about 3 months. The earlier prognosis did say that you'd have to wait 6 months, but that is not something that the government has agreed on. So clearly speaking, 3 months is the time to wait to take the vaccine post-recovery. There are many other recommendations that have also been made. For example, an individual can also donate blood 14 days after the receipt of the vaccine. The vaccination is recommended for all lactating women. Also, the government has very importantly said there is no requirement for screening of the vaccine recipients by a rapid antigen test prior to vaccination. You don't need to take a rapid antigen test to know if you have antibodies, if you have COVID, if you don't have COVID. Just go for the vaccination after recovery from COVID within 3 months, which is about 90 days. And that is also what the US CDC had recommended, Gaurav.
So this now brings clarity that if you've been affected by COVID, you get your jab after 90 days, whether it's the first jab or if you've got COVID after the first jab, you still wait 90 days for the second jab. And the government has now said pregnant women and lactating women can also get the COVID vaccine. And this wasn't the case earlier, Milan.
Yes, definitely, because there is a growing sense that there needs to be protection given to all lactating women, and there is a need to protect, the children also from getting the infection. So which is why the government is recommending vaccination for lactating women at this point. And very importantly, wait for 3 months. So that is why the government is now saying, if you are recovered from COVID, you wait for 3 months, then take the vaccine about that time. If you have taken the vaccine, the first shot, you got COVID after the first shot, wait for 3 months again to take the second shot. And that is the guideline that should be followed across the country right now.
Milan Sharma, for the moment, many thanks for joining me.